Your Holiness, thank you so much for your time. We were just wondering if you have any questions about the world or life in general that you haven't been able to answer.
가서 가. 깨시죠. 네. Oh yes, of course. My knowledge, of course, is limited. But I think as far as mental problem, and with mental problem, a lot of man-made problem we are facing. Ultimately, our mind, a lot of emotion, and all these destructive emotion based on strong feeling of we, them, I, other. That's the ultimate source of problem. Lack of oneness of 7 billion human beings, concept of oneness of 7 billion human beings. Too much emphasis on different nationality and different tradition. That's actually, I think, yesterday BBC now mentioning global economy now problem mentioned. You see, reason is mentioned different sort of important different nations. There's too much emphasis on their own national interest, including America. I think American, great nation America, I always respect, admire. Leading nation of free world, wonderful. Now, present President of America, sometimes I feel too much emotion. And then when he, become president, you see, he mentioned America first. I feel, and then later he also used to withdraw from Paris Accord. This I feel little, in spite of my respect, I feel little uncomfortable. America, leading nation of free world, at most sort of powerful economy. And American economy also depend on Western Europe and other countries. So therefore, only American, it seems to say recently, American sort of jobless people reduce, some economy, some development, some further progress, but then effect to rest of the world. And also due to the economic war, like that. So that also is one example. Just say we, America, we, America. America is part of the world and very powerful nation on this planet. So should think global issue, global responsibility. Then Paris Accord, ecology. Now I think the yesterday very powerful
hurricane storm.
Hurricane, right? Oh, so now it seems in a way it seems telling American president the global warming also something important. There is no point to neglect about global warming. So now, when I sort of flying over Afghanistan. Oh, there are many areas. It appears very clear. Many areas previously water, lake, but some completely dry, some small. So eventually, I think the Tibet also now these days I'm mentioning Tibet is a supplier of water to India and also China, like Mekong River and the Yellow River and the Brahmaputra, all these major rivers, and also Pakistan Kharsachukti, Indus River. Whole Asia, I think major river come from Tibet. Then Tibet is, within my lifetime, number of high mountain, previously a lot of snow. Within my lifetime, much less. Now, Dharamsala also, we experienced. When I first came here, 1960 summer, that winter, a lot of snow. Then year by year, snow less and less. These days in Ladakh, in some other area, I mentioned, now we should think, and also Dharamsala, also I mentioned some concerned official, we should think in future, if these snow, at the winter time, snowfall, if that gradually less and less, we have to think so long these are the water sources there, we have to think some dam like that. I mentioned. So I think decade by decade, the weather becoming still different and too much heat. So already now, recently in Bali, on international, not Bali, in Korea, some ecology meeting, they mentioned the global warming rate quite seriously now because of the increasing. So now, within this century, 21st century, I think later part of 21st century, I think we really are facing serious problem due to global warming. I think American president may have some miracle power to face this problem. Otherwise, I think really now serious problem. And India, I think very serious. But occasionally, but basically, I think still, my lifetime, no worry. I think some of this young, when you reach 80, 90-year-old, then I think Afghanistan, firstly, I think a lot of problem due to global warming, and plus civil war. Useless. I really, as I already mentioned, the Indian Muslim now should take some concern about the problem among Muslim, Shia and Sunni. So I really feel Afghanistan, I think the Afghanistan is some small problem, and mainly I think also is including some political power. So killing each other, meaningless, senseless. And then on top of that, now American soldiers also there. It's unnecessary. I think here India, I think, should take more sort of, more effort to bring peace among the Muslim brothers, sisters in Afghanistan. So I'm hoping now Indian Muslim, now gradually, I think, can do something problem which exists among the Muslim countries. I really feel. So next year, as I mentioned earlier, some national level Muslim conference. So whenever I go to mosque, I always wear white hat, white hat, right? I also used to have white hat. So I'm ready to wear that white hat when next year some national level Muslim conference. They asked me my participate. So like that. So I think Indian Muslim, I think should do and can do something, at least in Afghanistan. Eventually some opportunity come. I really want to share among the same follower, same religious belief, killing each other due to small reason. It's senseless. And then also the Palestine issue, really very sad. The life of Palestine refugee Palestinians is of no value, just a kill. Yesterday, I heard BBC. Within this year, now few months, now more than 10 months passed. Within 10 months in America, about 130 people killed by police. When I heard that, in India, in spite big population and complicated society, no news killed by police. Some arrest, yes, including some Guruji in Haryana, put in prison. But you see, killing, violence, I think the over 1 billion populated nation, no such sort of instance. This shows India still kept ahimsa. In modern India, I think really kept the concept of ahimsa. Now I always telling Indian, the ancient Indian knowledge about our inner world, mainly our emotion, as I mentioned earlier, vipassana, or these things, develop because India already pay attention about our inner world, how to bring inner peace. So now we are students of ancient Indian knowledge. So we kept all this knowledge over 1,000 years. The original place, this knowledge developed and kept India, modern India, I think too much, thinking about material value. Neglect this knowledge. So India is the only nation who can combine modern education, which oriented about material value, materialistic sort of education, and ancient Indian education, knowledge about emotion, about mind, can combine. This knowledge is not alien, but your own knowledge. So the matter is modern India neglected about this value. I think during British introduced education here, they introduced the Western way of education, materialistic education. So now whole world we can see materially highly developed, but due to the materialistic oriented education creates materialistic culture, materialistic life, not much talking about inner world. Yesterday I saw the television. There are many cases of symptomatic mental illness, something you see mentally, how to say, unhappy. Such patients now increasing. Clearly, a materialistic society, always competition. You see, without inner sort of peace, without inner peace, you have to, you need fuller knowledge about our emotion. That without a sort of study, you will not be able to tackle our emotion like that. So like that.